I've always been intrigued by video games. I never thought I'd work in video games when I was younger. And I've been doing this now since 2002 as a broadcaster in eSports, which in itself is pretty crazy.
Over the last couple years, eSports has really grown. Players today are able to make enough money to do this full time. 6 years ago, there was just a handful of players that could say they could do that.
You see, the great thing about eSports is a lot of people say to me, has it plateaued? Is this the limit now? Is this what we're reaching? I think we're barely beginning. Now the money's starting to come in, investment's starting to come in. It makes total sense that someone like Intel, Logitech, Asus and what have you, they would invest in eSports. And as they've slowly gotten used to the fact that actually their sales increase as a result of the fact that they are exposed to a demographic of mostly, let's face it, 16 to 25-year-olds who actually do have money in their pocket to upgrade and buy peripherals and what have you. So it makes total sense for these people. But in the last 2 or 3 years, we've also seen an explosion in non-endemic sponsors. So people like Coca-Cola, for instance, spending the money in esports. Red Bull, very heavy investors always, it seems, when it comes up to a new sport. They've been no different in esports.
So the major obstacle right now for esports is the executive level who don't fully understand what it is. And I've been in a lot of conference rooms where I'd sit down and they had no idea what we were going to talk about until we'd show them the numbers and show them who's tuning in. What's the demographic of them tuning in? How do you market to an 18 to 35 male demographic? Well, they're watching esports. That's where they are. They're on the internet. And if you want to be a part of this, now's the time. If you don't jump on board now, you're going to be left behind.
Could be as big as the NFL one day. Don't know, but it's definitely got potential. When I say that we are only at the beginning of this, and then you think what we've already achieved, we're already right up there with many of the mid-tier and mid to high-tier sports in the world that can't and would only love to attract 20,000 people to their stadium and millions of people watching online. And then a prize fund which actually equated to more per winning player than Andy Murray got for winning Wimbledon in 2016. I would argue we've already arrived.